My phone's voice-to-text is finishing my sentences, and it's telling me I'm not alone. My phone's voice-to-text is transcribing the words of something that isn't me. I live alone. It's a detail that never mattered much until last night. The house is an old A-frame my grandfather built, tucked back in a hollow where the cell service is shit, and the trees grow so thick they swallow the sound from the main road. I'm used to the quiet. I think I preferred it. Last night I was making a curry, trying to get the chili and garlic to bloom in the hot oil without burning. My hands were slick, and my phone was propped up on the windowsill over the sink. My buddy Ren was texting me, a stream of consciousness rant about his latest disaster of a date. I couldn't be bothered to wipe my hands every 30 seconds, so I was just using the voice feature. He sent a picture of a dent in his car door. She kicked it. Can you believe that? I laughed, stirring the pot. Jesus, man. What did you do? I dictated. The phone transcribed it. Then it added a word. Jesus, man. What did you do wrong? I didn't notice at first, Ren replied a second later. What the hell, Casimir? I didn't do anything wrong. She was nuts. I frowned at the screen, my wooden spoon dripping yellow onto the counter. I read my message again. Wrong. I hadn't said that. I chalked it up to Siri having a stroke. It happens. I dictated my reply. Sorry, that was the phone. I just said, what did you do? I double-checked the text before it sent. It was clean. We moved on. He was asking if I was still coming out to the lake with him on the weekend, if I was bringing my canoe. Yeah, I'll haul it down, I said over the sizzle of the onions. My phone lit up. Ren's reply was just a string of question marks. Ma? The windows were black mirrors reflecting the warm lights of the room, nothing but me and the whispering trees outside. This had to be a glitch. A weirdly specific pronoun-flipping glitch. I typed this time, my thumbs fumbling on the screen. My phone is possessed, I swear. I said I'll haul it down. Renoke, dude, lol, freaky. You been smoking your grandpa's weird tobacco again? I wanted to laugh it off with him. I really did. But my heart was hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. The silence of the house felt different now. Heavier. I put the phone back on the sill, face up. I needed to see what it was doing. I tried one more time. A test. I spoke clearly, enunciating every word like I was talking to a child. Ren, stop messing with me. This isn't funny. The little microphone icon pulsed. The gray text bubble filled. Ren, stop messing with me. It's not her talking. My breath hitched. I stared at the words. It's not her talking. My blood went cold. The curry on the stove, forgotten, began to burn. A thin curl of black smoke rose from the pan. I snatched the phone. My hands were shaking. Ren was already replying. Who is her? Kaz, are you fucking with me right now? I ignored him. I had to know. I switched to a new message, a draft to no one. I held the phone up, like an offering to the empty air in my kitchen. My voice was a dry rasp. Who was talking? The words appeared, letter by letter. The one in the wall. I damn near dropped the phone. My eyes shot to the wall behind the stove. It was wood paneling, dark and knotted. Old. My grandfather put it up himself. There was nothing there, just wood. But now, I couldn't help but imagine the space behind it. Dark and tight and filled with insulation and wires and something else. The smell of smoke snapped me out of it. Shit. I lunged for the stove, turning off the burner and pulling the smoking pan away. The bottom was black, ruined. Dinner was ruined. It felt like the least of my problems. My phone buzzed again. Ren, answer me, man. You're freaking me out. I couldn't bring myself to speak to the phone again. I started typing. Something is wrong. My voice text is picking up another voice. Before I could hit send, the phone's keyboard vanished. The microphone icon lit up on its own. It was listening. I hadn't touched it. I held my breath, listening to the frantic thumping of my own pulse. And then the words started to spool out onto the screen, a slow, deliberate crawl. Don't tell him. We don't like him. We? I mouthed the word, not daring to make a sound. Who the fuck was we? My gaze swept the kitchen again, the pantry door, the dark maw of the hallway leading to the rest of the house. I was alone. I had to be. This was a prank. A hack. Ren was fucking with me. He had to be. My phone buzzed. It was a call from Ren. I swiped accept, my hands slick with sweat. What the fuck is going on, Casimir? His voice was tight with a mix of anger and worry. Ren, I swear to God, I'm not doing this, I whispered, my eyes still scanning the room. My phone. It's typing things on its own. It's saying someone is in the wall. Someone is in the wall. What are you talking about? Are you high? No, I'm not high, I hissed. I'm standing in my kitchen and my phone is transcribing a voice that isn't mine. There was a pause. Then Ren's voice softened. Okay. Just walk me through it. What did it say? I opened my mouth to tell him, but then I heard a sound. A soft, wet, scraping sound. It was coming from behind the stove, from the wall. Kaz, you there? I couldn't speak. The sound came again. Scrape. Drag. Like fingernails pulling slowly through damp soil. My phone was still in my hand. The screen lit up. A new message was being transcribed in my open text window with Ren. Mother is hungry. I have to go, I choked out, and hung up before Ren could reply. I backed away from the stove, away from the wall. The scraping stopped. The house fell into a deep, listening silence. All I could hear was the hum of the refrigerator and the blood roaring in my ears. My eyes were locked on the thin seam where the wood paneling met the floor. My phone screen flickered. A new line appeared under the last one. She smells you. That was it. I was done. I turned and ran, not even thinking, just pure animal flight. I bolted down the hall, up the stairs, and slammed my bedroom door shut, fumbling with the lock. I shoved my dresser in front of the door, my muscles screaming with adrenaline. I collapsed onto my bed, gasping for air, my whole body trembling. My phone started ringing again. Ren, I answered. I'm coming to get you, he said. No questions asked this time. He'd heard the terror in my voice. I'm 20 minutes out. Just stay on the line with me. You hear me? Stay on the line. Okay, I breathed. Okay. We sat in silence for a moment, just the sound of his engine and my ragged breathing filling the space. I tried to calm down. It was a hack. It had to be a sophisticated hack. Then, from downstairs, I heard a new sound. A low creak. The distinct, metallic groan of the oven door opening. Did you hear that? I whispered into the phone. Hear what? I just hear you, man. What's going on? I didn't answer. I was listening. A smell was drifting up the stairs, curling under my bedroom door. It wasn't the smell of my burnt curry. It was something else. Something sweet and rancid at the same time. Like caramelized meat. Like burnt sugar and hot iron. My phone, still clutched in my white-knuckled fist, lit up. The text window with Ren was still open. New words were appearing even though we were on a call. A final message from them. From the thing in my wall. Dinner is ready. Come down and eat with Mother. 10 minutes later, Ren's headlights cut across my window. I didn't wait for him to knock. I told him to stay in the car, unlocked and running. I pulled the dresser away from the door, my body numb, and fled. I didn't look back. I sprinted down the stairs, past the kitchen, past that god-awful smell, and burst out into the cold night air. I threw myself into his car and he peeled out of the driveway, spitting gravel. I didn't say anything until we were back on the paved road, the lights of my house shrinking in the rearview mirror. As we drove, my phone, which I'd tossed onto the dashboard, lit up one last time. It wasn't a text from Ren. The screen just showed the note-taking app was open. The cursor was blinking at the end of a single, freshly typed line. It wasn't listening for my voice anymore. It was just telling me, "You forgot your slice."